Hey guys, how's it going? Tez back again with another episode of Mission Maracana here on Xbox One. It's the World Cup Road to Glory, and in the last episode we decided that because we haven't got many South American players, and even in the packs we were opening as reward packs for the games we were playing, we still weren't pulling any South American players, or at least players that weren't rated 65 or over, then we were going to go into this episode on the back of the previous one and open 10 5k packs to try and get ourselves some extra players for squad depth. We pull one in the opening pack, Pareja. Their centre back still not a very good player, though we're still putting a lot of European players that are actually quite good. So we're hoping that in these 10 packs we can pull some decent South American players. We've got players like Luis Muriel and Alexander Pato up top, so striker-wise we're probably okay. As we pull Gary Medel, he will most definitely slot into that first team. A fantastic holding midfielder, obviously Chilean, and plays for Cardiff City in the, well, what was the Premier League. They're now dropped down into the conference, into the Championship, as they got relegated, unfortunately. But the third pack doesn't wield any players we don't already have in the South American Confederation. We did pull the Paredes right back, very very pacey, 67 rated I think. In the fourth pack we do get another left back, but unfortunately again a position that we've got a lot of players in and a lot of players that are already better than the one we did pull in that pack, Menya. We've got a lot of left backs, we've got a lot of strikers, we've got some centre mids now as we pull Freddie Guarin in this one to go alongside Gary Medel. So we've got 5 or 6 central midfielders. We need wingers, wing backs and centre backs, or right back and centre backs. We've got a lot of left backs, but if we could get a world class centre back and a world class right back, as well as some world-class wingers to go along with James Rodriguez, that would be very pleasing indeed. But still, so far, not the best of packs. A couple of decent pulls with Freddie Guarin and Gary Medel, but other than that, we're still waiting for another world-class pull. More Europeans, more Africans, more Asian players, but still no more South Americans. I don't understand it. We just cannot seem to pull South Americans in packs. We get another European there, Rio Mavuba. 4 Europeans in that pack. Theo Walcott, sorry, and Maeda, the Japanese striker, but no South Americans yet again. Into the next pack, and we actually pulled Idrissi. We get loads of players in this one actually, a couple of South Americans, but again a left back that we don't need, an Andajar, a goalkeeper that isn't better than the one we've already got, Diego Cavalieri. So unfortunately he won't be going into the starting lineup either, and we pull some more Europeans, most notably the centre back Inigo Martinez, who is a decent player actually. In the next pack we pull Samuel Eto'o and Jose. We get another striker. We do pull a right mid, Ibarra, but again, he's not necessarily a world-class player that we're looking for. We get Leighton Baines, though, and that's 10 packs, although technically, I guess, we're opening 11 packs, because, of course, we have the reward pack for the round of 16 game we played in the previous episode, so, unfortunately, we only pull more strikers that aren't necessarily as good as the ones we've got. We get Gutierrez, who did score a goal yesterday for Colombia, and we get an Ecuadorian striker as well with a bit of pace, but not necessarily any other good stats. So we go into the one and only game of the episode for today, and actually it's pretty similar team to the one we had in the last game, except that we've got Gary Medel and Freddie Guarin sat there in centre mid. Other than that, the side is completely unchanged, because we haven't, regardless of opening 11 packs, managed to pull any players to improve the side. We come up against a very, very strong European team. Benteke up top, Nani and Daniel Sturridge out wide with Özil sat in that cam role. Pjanic and Axel Witsel holding with David De Gea in goal, Thomas Vermaelen at centre back. Some very, very strong players. And this, as you can probably tell from the title, was going to be jam-packed with goals. The first one comes from distance there from Miralem Pjanic from the corner. And this guy didn't watch any replays. It's rare that you get someone that doesn't watch any replays, but he just skipped straight back to the kickoff as soon as he scored a goal, which was refreshing to see. It meant that I got through the game quicker. It meant that we don't have such extended highlights, but he gets a second goal there from a corner. Wonderful header, and again doesn't skip the replay. Really unbelievable header, unstoppable. I know there's absolutely nothing we could do about that, but as you can tell, the fact that this clip hasn't actually cut to another one, there is going to be another goal in this particular highlight, and we are on the attack, trying to put together a nice move. Unfortunately, the threaded through ball doesn't quite come off, but Gary Medel is going to outmuscle Özil in the middle, win the ball back. Luis Muriel's going to find Alex Pato again. This time, Pato's through and rifles it into that top left-hand corner, and we're back in the game. It's 2-1 in the 25th minute, and we're on the attack again, but we get tackled down in the bottom left-hand side of his defence. Christian Benteke races away. I was expecting him to cut back inside, so I waited for it here for him to come on his left foot, and he just went left to then cut back on his right hand side, completely outplayed me, and raced away to make it 3-1. So we push further on in the first half. We're trying to get ourselves back in it. First cross from the corner isn't one in the air by Mosquera. The second one, though, is going to get one in the air. His goalkeeper makes a good save, and then heading OP, the second heading OP goal of the game, means that we make it 3-2 with just a few minutes of the first half remaining. Still not out of the first half. We're going to come on the attack again. Freddy Guarin scores a screamer from just over 30 yards out. We most definitely will see a replay of that goal. Quite similar to his first through Pjanic, and quite similar, in fact, to Claudio Marchisio's finish for Italy against England yesterday. Of course, England unfortunately were beaten by the Italian national team 2-1. Still pretty confident of progressing through the group, though. Uruguay look a little bit weaker than perhaps we expected them to be, although, of course, Luis Suarez wasn't playing. And then, of course, we did actually play quite well yesterday, just unfortunate with the amount of chances we wasted. But heading OP is going to come into the equation again. Christian Benteke, not really too sure how he's managed to get that amount of power on the header whilst falling backwards, but still the goalkeeper decides not to even try and save it, and Debussy tears me apart down this right-hand side, whips the ball in, and heading OP again, and it's 5-3 in the 58th minute. Now, you can tell from the title that there's only 10 goals in this game. The next one's going to be crucial. Daniel Sturridge is breaking free. He's actually going to try and find the through ball. My defender, for some reason, turns his back on the ball, which lets Mesut Ozil in. He makes it 6-3, which means at best we can only make it 6-4, which is exactly what we're going to do. James Rodriguez, or James Rodriguez, as they're referring to him in the World Cup commentary, squares the ball for Alexander Pato, picks up his second of the goal. Rather spectacular overhead kick, in fact. But unfortunately, that is going to be the end of the game, and we aren't going to get ourselves any points in the group stage for a second time. So unfortunately, another defeat, and I have to be honest, our pack luck is terrible right now. We're not putting the South American players that we need for this side, and also because the side is so average, and to be completely honest, hand on heart, I am completely average. I'm not good enough at the game to be able to grind out the results and get myself through to the latter stages of the competition with the sort of side that I've got at the minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the European side and continue playing with a very, very strong European side, because every single team we come up against is a 100 chem European team. So if you can't beat them, join them. Fight fire with fire. We're going to go into the next episode with some European players, a very, very strong European team, and hope that once we do get some better South American teams, then we can come back to the South American side and try and come back at the competition with a very, very strong South American side to rival our very, very strong European side. Of course, we did win the World Cup with the European side, and we'll hope to repeat that feat in the next coming episodes. But that's going to bring episode 10 to a close, guys. 10 packs, although technically 11, and 10 goals, but unfortunately no points and only a couple of players we can use. So back to Europe for next time out. Thank you very much for watching, guys. There was my player episode go up earlier on this afternoon, so feel free to check the channel page for that. If you missed it, feel free to drop the video a like as well if you could be so kind. Subscribe if you haven't. Links in the description and as an annotation on screen. Links in the description as well to my Twitter and to my Instagram. And that's all for today. Chelsea career mode and more of this tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.